Hi. All right. Good morning, even afternoon, guys. Well, it is almost official. Let me go. I might lag a little bit as I do this, but one of the things that we are celebrating is 10,000 subscribers on the Shadowing channel, which means that we now have two channels that are over 10,000, which is exciting. I want to thank, for those of you watching or seeing this in the future, thank you for being a small part of this. We're joined by Barbara and Yuri, two members of some of our programs that we have at Fluent American, and we want to just kind of take a moment to answer any questions that you may have or handle anything pronunciation related and things like that. We got some people hanging out with us. Emmanuel's hanging out in the chat. What's up, Emmanuel? Great to see you. Thanks for being here. Give me 1 second again. I may lag as I do this, but I want to keep traps.
I
Before
think we
I
heard
jump into
about
deep
the band.
stuff, the what? Oh, the
I
band.
think Emil heard about the band and decided to join, right?
Very possible. Although I don't see him in the background. So currently, just a heads up, we are at 9997. So maybe by the end of the stream, maybe we can get the Shadow channel up to 10K.
Yay!
Yeah, we're so close. Close. We don't have a specific theme necessarily, unless Barbara or Yuri, do you guys have a pronunciation question for me? Or if you're watching this, guys, if you have a question for me about pronunciation, I will try to help. But Barbara, Yuri, anything I can try to help you with?
Well, if you don't mind, maybe we practice those restaurant dialogues like I sent you before. And well, I guess it's useful for everyone because all of us, have to go to a meal outside, right? So
Okay. Let's maybe kind of do this together a little bit then. So we're going to do a little bit of a role play. So let's imagine that you're going to a restaurant and we'll kind of take turns being the customer and also the host or hostess at the restaurant. Okay. So you walk into a restaurant. What's the first thing that you do or you say?
like, hey, do you have a table for two?
Sure. Um,
Yeah.
it's like, hey, can I get a table for two? Okay, so I think that's a
Hey,
logical
get a table
thing
for
to say.
two.
Okay. Emmanuel, what you can do is you can look at the Telegram group. Um, okay, so let's just practice saying this. So you're the customer, you walk in a restaurant. Um, another thing you could say, you could also say a party of two. You could say a table for two, a party of two. Um, either one of those things. But let's use this one for now. Barbara, can you say this for me?
Hey, can I get a table for two?
Mm-hmm. I'll see if you can add a little bit more breath to that ooh sound on two. Like two.
Mm-hmm.
Can you say two for me?
Two,
Your placement's up here like two versus two. Ooh.
two, two.
Yeah, better. I like that more. Yuri, can you try saying that for me?
Hey, can I get a table for two?
Okay, I liked your intonation. So kind of opposite thing. I thought you had a lot of breath on two, but it was very flat. It's like, hey, can I get a table for versus like, hey, can I get a table for two? Can you try doing that for me? Hey, can I get a table for two? Can you try doing that for me, Yuri?
Hey, can I get a table for two? Can I get
I,
a table for two?
I like the table for two part. Can you go a little bit higher on the can I get a? It's like, hey, can I get a
Hey, can I get a table for two?
instead of putting a stress on can, keep on I. Can I get a
Can I get a? Can I get a? Can
go a
I
little
get a?
low? Can you go a little lower on the Can I get a
Can I get a? Can I get a?
like, hey, can I get a table for two?
Hey, can I get a table for two?
Okay, and then a little more breath at the end of two. Two,
Two for two for two.
better. Hey, Milad's here as well. What's up, Milad?
Uh,
Hey.
Hey, how's it
Okay,
going?
we're good. We're doing a quick role play about restaurants. So we're going to kind of piece together a little conversation. So you walk into a restaurant, you may say, hey, can I get a table for two? And what does the host say to you after that?
no, we're totally booked. Get out of here.
Let's be optimistic.
And the role play ends there. Please leave.
They normally ask.
Butter me up.
But there's
And I'll find it.
oh my gosh.
I think you're given. They try to give you a choice if you want to sit outside.
Oh my gosh.
inside,
Just heads up.
then
It's true.
the view.
Okay.
Yay!
We're
You're
2
getting
away.
there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. So what would the host ask you to check on that, Barbara? I think that's a logical thing.
Where would you prefer? Or depends on the restaurant actually. So any preferences, like smoking, non-smoking, inside, outside, what else?
Okay, so probably that. So, I don't even know. I can't speak for Dubai and other places or Europe, but like in the U.S., don't even ask you about smoking. You can't even smoke
Yeah, you
inside
don't
any.
have- yeah, yeah.
They don't even have that. That's a '90s thing.
Hey.
No,
What's up,
like in the
Emmanuel?
plane, right? Smoking in the
Um,
Well,
plane.
can you
There,
vape
like-
at least?
No,
Yeah.
it depends on the place.
Yeah.
Depends on the place, even for vaping. Okay, so if I'm going to take Barbara's point, so they may say something like this. So they may say like, sure, inside or outside? Inside or outside? Okay.
Inside. So the
Inside?
inside, outside. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Stress in or out? In this case, inside or outside?
Yeah.
Inside
If
or
we have
outside?
area, yeah, or it will be inside. Yeah?
Stress in or out in this case. Stress the first syllable for
Okay.
in this situation. Inside or outside?
Inside or outside. Hmm.
Can you say that for me? Like, sure, inside or outside? Can you say that for me, Barbara?
Sure. Inside or outside.
Okay, but imagine you're the host or the hostess, and you're trying to be very welcoming.
Am I a nice host?
You're like, sure, inside or outside? Yeah.
Like, I mean, whatever. Doesn't matter, just
Right.
outside. I don't need more customers. Okay,
Facts, yeah.
Sure. Inside or outside?
Inside or outside? Inside or outside?
Inside or outside? Up or down? Inside.
I'd probably do more like inside or outside. Inside or outside. Maybe even go a little higher. Inside or outside?
Sure. Inside or outside?
Sure, that could work. Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get Milad involved on this. Milad, can you say this for me?
Sure, inside or outside?
Yeah, very nice host. Very, very good job. Milad. Very good job. Okay. Barbara and Emmanuel feel welcomed. That's good. Okay.
I do.
Yes. Okay, so what happens next? So they walk you to your table. What do you think they'll say to you then?
Can I have a cocktails menu?
No.
Yeah.
So typically in a lot of restaurants, your host is not necessarily your waiter. The host is just
Yeah.
to show you to your table. So what are they going to tell you? Oh my gosh.
999.
Oh my
Only one.
Who's gonna be the last one to click that one?
We have the champagne ready.
Yuri suggested some very expensive wine.
Oh,
By the way, Moët Chandon, it's a champagne, Jeff.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. What's up, Hijina?
hey,
Appreciate the
Gina.
kind words. Great to see you. Okay, but like we said, so they give you to your table. What happens next?
Can I have a glass of water?
Who?
Again, the host probably isn't gonna. The host isn't the person to ask for that. They're not
They,
usually.
Can I
So
offer
what would they
you
tell
some?
you?
Where the table is? We'll show it to the table.
Usually they would say it's like inside or outside, and then okay, so they may
And
say
then
like, so they may say
and
okay, like follow me, or it'll say or like this way or something like that.
Like if you have a reservation or something like. It'd be nice then to show it to your table.
Yeah, so that's so typically they'll say like follow me or this way or right this way or something like that. And then generally
Up
after
to
that,
VIP room.
the VIP room is this way. Oh yes, the the Yuri chamber is located right over here, right this way.
Bring out the red
Chamber
carpet.
is this way.
Next thing that happens that's really annoying. They sometimes give you a QR code. you know, like
Oh, the menu's on the
scan
QR code.
menu.
Yeah, here's the
And
yeah.
they hate it.
Okay.
Like I prefer to have a paper, you know, to
Okay.
read. So normally I think they introduce you to a menu and maybe offer water or something. Sparkling
So again,
What's-
they
what's
may
the
offer,
difference?
but again, the host usually doesn't. Again, not typically the host job. They may say like,
We moved past of the host, right?
I'm sorry.
Now we're talking with Vacher or Waitress.
So it's right before that happens. Typically, they may say something like this, like your server will be right with you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Server. That sounds fancy.
Server.
We're in the restaurant, guys. Not some
Server is the
cafe.
more general.
Sounds Latin. Sounds something like we say.
Yeah, because usually like waiters usually male, waitress female, server is more neutral. Okay, so that may be the reason why they transition to that more. But let's practice saying this. Mayo, can you say this for me?
Your server will be right with you.
Okay. I think that's sounds happy. That's fine. Sometimes it may be less enthusiastic. You know, they might say like, "Oh, your server will be right with you." Like your server will be right with you. Just know. So it could
server-
also go.
Server will be right with you.
Can you say that again? I'm paying attention to that Urs on the server.
Your server will be right. Your server will be right with you.
With you.
With you.
Your server will be right with you.
Your server will be right with you.
Yeah. Okay. And Yuri, can you say that for me too?
Your server will be right with you. Your
little-
server will be right with you.
Try to go down a little bit. Server will be right. Server will be right
Your
with you.
server will be right with you. Your server will be right with you.
Better on the pitches there. That last time, much better. Much better.
By the way, usually you use server. Yeah, like can you call our server, please? Yeah,
Yeah. Server, waiter. You can use waiter too. That's fine.
waiter also, right?
Server. Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. All right. Your waiter then comes, and what does your waiter say to you?
Hi. what
Good
can I get you?
evening. My
Okay.
name is Baba. May I take your order?
Sure. A lot of times they don't usually take your order right away. They don't usually take your order
Oh.
right away.
Would you like
What
something
did-
to drink?
Yeah. Yeah. So my name's Joe. Can I get you something to drink? Sure.
Your most expensive champagne, please.
Why not?
What's up to Tiago?
We are celebrating
Great to see
Jeff's
you.
10,000
Oh,
subscribers.
Okay. But yeah, so we have this. So good evening. My name's just a generic Joe. Can I get you something to drink? Barbara, can you say that for me?
Good evening. My name is Joe. Good evening. My name is Barbara. Can I get you something to drink? Can I get you something to drink? Can I get it?
Okay. So this is creates like wavering intonation would be really common. Like drink.
Drink.
A little higher pitch. Drink.
Can I get you something to drink?
Bit better. Can I get you something to drink?
Can I get you something? Can I get you something to drink?
A lot of times you'll get like the ch sound or even a held T. I think the fast D sound is the least frequent. Can I get you something to drink?
Can I get you something to drink? Can I get you
Something to
something to drink? Something to
drink? Drink?
Drink?
Can I get you something to drink?
Can I get you something to drink?
Yeah. Okay. Can you do the whole thing? It's like, good evening. And then the whole thing?
Good evening. My name is Barbara. Can I get you something to drink?
Yeah, very good. Uh-huh. You don't want to use the contraction, huh? You like contractions?
My name's. Yeah. You mean this one?
Yeah. My name's Barbara.
Mine. What's the difference? So my name's. I don't
My
think
name's-
I know how to pronounce it. My name's.
Yeah.
my-
Names.
Names. So it's like plural names. Yeah. My name.
It's gonna sound like that. My name's Barbara.
My name's Barbara. My name's Barbara.
Let's make it sound a little friendlier. My name's Barbara.
My name's Barbara.
Oh, very nice. Very pleasant.
Oh,
Good evening. My name's Barbara. Can I get you something to drink?
Good evening. My name is Barbara. Can I get you something to drink?
My name's Barbara.
My name is Barbara.
My name's Barbara.
My name is Barbara.
I said, name is, can you do names? My name's Barbara.
My name's Barbara.
But friendlier. My name's Barbara.
My name is Barbara.
I said, my name is Barbara. My name's Barbara.
Oh, sorry. My name's Barbara.
My name's Barbara. My name's Barbara.
My name is Barbara.
Good. I do want you to work on the contraction.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Okay, just a note.
not. Yeah.
I understand. You're good.
Thanks.
Emmanuel, do you
go
want to try this?
Yeah. Good evening. Can you just go with I'm? Like, I'm Emmanuel.
Sure.
Or I'm. Good
Yeah,
evening.
sure.
I'm Emmanuel. Can I get you something to drink?
That's fine too. That's fine too. Okay. Any questions for me so far? Again, if you're just
No.
joining us, we're doing roleplay for a restaurant. Just some things you can expect to hear. I have some. Oh, Thiago likes your pronunciation, bro. Good job.
Thanks.
So again, we're working through a roleplay for going to a restaurant. Okay.
Jeff,
So like,
what would you start with if like it's pitch dark? Like
I'm
it's
sorry?
10 a.m. If it's 10 p.m.
good evening.
Like again,
Yeah.
it's still evening.
Because good night is
It
usually
would
that's
be
a
weird. So good night is
departure.
before bed.
Good night is like when you're
Good night.
leaving. It's not a
Oh,
greeting as much as like when you're leaving. Okay.
gotcha.
Rick is here as well. What's up, Rick? Okay, so again, in case you just joined us, we're celebrating 10,000 subscribers. Well, technically, we're at 9,999 right now. So if you want to be that special 10,000th person, oh my gosh. Someone
Maybe they
be
can
it.
get a prize.
Yes, I don't. You'll get a hearty.
I just see
thank
like
you.
who was the last person.
It's really hard
If it
because it's
happens.
not because it doesn't register quite like that, unfortunately. But anyways, okay. So what happens next? So can I get you something to drink? What's the next thing?
You say yes, I like something to drink, or no, you don't. Like nothing for me.
I probably wouldn't say yes. I would like something to drink, and then just like stare at them
mean-
like yes, I like something to drink.
Yes, and then you order, or no, you don't want anything. That's why.
What do you?
Well, you're not ready to order, right? So I need to see the menu before I order.
Okay, so
The
what kind of
drink.
menu?
The drink, I mean.
So
Like you can do-
what do you ask for?
Drinks menu.
It's not the drinks menu. And how do you ask for it?
Can I have a drinks menu?
Okay.
Can I get?
So-
Can I get the drinks menu?
Yeah. Yeah. Could I get a? So could I get a? And instead of a drinks menu, it's a drink menu because you're using a noun to describe a noun. So now that noun becomes an adjective, and the adjectives can't be plural. It's like, can I get a drink menu?
Can I get a drink menu? Can I get a drink menu?
Can we say,
Yeah, okay.
give me liquor? Give me liquor.
Wow.
I mean,
Here's
you
how
can
I
say
go.
whatever you want.
That's a good start.
Miller's robbing a 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Give me the liquor.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So you can say like, could I get a drink menu? Yeah. Okay. Regina's gonna go
Look,
recruit her husband.
Jeff, sorry. Sometimes it's a menu and sometimes it's the menu. No difference? You can use both or...
There's some relative flexibility. There are situations where any article is possible.
Mhm.
Um,
So don't care about it. Just a menu, the menu. Never mind, right?
Yeah, you can say, can I get a drink menu? Either, if you say like the drink menu, it kind of refers to the menu that the restaurant has in general. Whereas if you say a drink menu, it means like a sheet of paper, like just an individual menu.
I see. Okay.
If you guys are looking for beers and things, another option that you could say is that what do you have on tap? Okay, it's like the tabs for beer.
I like
Um,
this one. What I have on tap. I like this one.
Okay. But do keep in mind it's for the it's not for like the bottles and things like that, and it's specifically for beer.
It's only for tap for
Exactly.
how do you call that, draft?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you could also just like ask for a drink menu. You could also ask about the specific things, like do you have like iced tea and things like that. You know, so you could ask like, do you have this? Like, do you have iced tea? Or you could just say like, could I get like you just want water. Pretty much what I say is I just say, could I get water? The assumption in the US is that it's going to be still. So you instead of like, could I get a water? Could I get a water? Or if you
I'm not
want
gonna
like
ask you
sparkling,
sparkling.
could I get? You could ask for sparkling. Do you have sparkling water? Could I get sparkling water? Not every place will have
So-
sparkling water.
You don't use bubbles, so still or sparkling?
Sparkling.
Sparkling.
Not can I get bubbles water? No, it's like no. Sparkling.
I would love some of that.
Sparkling. Yeah. Can I get so sparkling water? Oh my gosh, we did it! Yay! We made it!
Yay!
Yay!
Congratulations!
Yay! We did a thing. All right. All right. Stream's over. Goodbye. No, I'm just kidding.
Happy 10K, man. Happy 10K.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I do have to head out in about 10 minutes because I gotta go pick up the wifey. But I want to try to push this dialogue as far as possible. So I'm just gonna like show the phrases. Then if you have questions about how to pronounce them, you guys just like interrupt me. Okay. So in terms of again, so you walk into a restaurant, what happens? So you walk in, you're like, hey, can I get a table for two? Or you could say like a party for two. And they'll say, sure, if they have outside seating. A lot of places don't, but if they do, they'll say inside or outside. You'll say where you go, and they'll say follow me, or they'll say this way, and right this way, and they'll change your table. Typically, at that point, your host will leave you, and they'll say your server will be right with you. Your server will come. They'll greet you. They'll introduce themselves. Typically, it'll start with a drink. Can I get you something to drink? Then you could reply with things like, could I get a drink menu? If you want a beer, you can say, what do you have on tap? You can ask for a specific drink, like, do you have something? Or you could just say what you want, like, could I get water? Things like that. Does anyone have any questions for me about pronunciation for any of these things, phrases you wanted to try?
I get a margarita.
Sure.
Thank you.
It's as simple as that. They might ask you for like the flavor. They'll ask you about like, the salt on the rim and stuff like that. But yeah,
Strawberry margarita.
Yuri's going to get
Yeah.
the strawberry. Okay.
I like the mango
Uh,
one.
I don't know.
There,
I don't know if I've seen. I know there are. I just haven't. Like strawberry. I mean, strawberry or lime are probably the more common ones.
yeah, I used to have them. I ordered them like in Turkey. Just have like mango
Gotcha.
ones.
California accent. I'll be honest. I really.
Do the Valley Girl. Do the vocal fry.
Like just like could I get a water? Like,
Get a
oh my
water.
God.
Get a water.
I imagine they may have a slightly
Not
firmer R. So
exciting.
Water.
I'm not. I'm not from California. I don't.
If it's not exciting, try Southern.
Yeah.
Again, these are not places I can do justice towards. So I really. The best I can give you, I can give you a
Wood.
Philly accent. Can I get water?
Wood.
Can I get water? Water. Okay, so after that, what will your waiter say? They've handled your drink.
Coming right up.
I'm ready to order.
Okay, so they'll probably ask you.
Yeah.
So they'll probably ask you like, "Are you ready to order?"
Yeah, I'm ready to order.
Are you prepared to order?
They may also ask you, "Do you need more time?" Like, do you need more time with the menu? So they'll ask you, "Are you ready to order?" Or they'll ask you, "Do you need more time with the menu?" Okay. And I will also say that like when you're ordering your drink, you can also tell them I'm ready to order too. Like if you already know what you want, Yeah, you can say,
Jeff,
you can
or I
start
can
ordering food.
say, give me more time, please. Read or give me more time, please.
I would probably, it's possible to start with like imperatives, like give me and things like that. If you want to make it sound just a little bit more polite, starting with could you is a nice gesture.
Could you give me
Yeah.
more time? Could you give me more time? Could you
Like,
give
like,
us
could you give me a
more
moment
time?
or give us some more time? Give me a moment. Could you give us?
Could you give us some
Shall you
more
give me some
time?
more time? Shall you give me some more time?
You don't hear a lot of shall in North America, I would say. It's like, could you give me a
Could you?
moment? Could you come back in a minute? Things like that if you need more time. Okay. It's like, could you give me a moment? Could you come back in a minute? Or you like not just ready yet, or things like that.
Oh,
Okay.
really important thing. How long does it take? How long does it take to cook this meal, this dish, this steak, this pasta?
I've never asked that before at a restaurant. I'll be honest. It takes as long as at a restaurant to say.
Like waiting for
You
half
know,
an hour.
sometimes I'm in a hurry, and sometimes they cook some dishes for ages, and yeah.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity, you know?
So like there's times where you can specify situations. So like I would
Like
say.
we don't have much time, so how fast you can cook it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So like for instance, like if you say something like maybe let's just imagine a situation like maybe you have to go to the airport. Like I have to catch a flight in an hour. Do you think and again,
Maybe
it all depends on what you're ordering. Like if I ordered a steak, do you think I could like get it in time?
All right. Can I
Like
ask
something
something
like
like
that.
that? Can I get it as soon as possible? I don't have a lot of time.
I mean, I don't think like a restaurant would ever like delay giving you your meals. Like I think like in terms of, like can I get it as soon as possible? Like I think the assumption is already they're going to give it to you as soon as possible. You know what I mean? So, I, what I would do again, I would try to specify as if it were me. I can only speak for myself, right? If it were me, I would specify a situation like, look, I'm running against time. Like, do you think it's realistic? Do you think it's possible? Sorry, I should like. Do you think I should rephrase that? Do you think I could get it in time? Or you can even add a little bit more. Like, do you think I get it in time, or should I order like something else?
Hmm.
Or you could also ask, what's the fastest thing you could prepare on your menu? You could also ask that. It's like, what's the fastest thing you can prepare on your?
By the way, some restaurants are crazy slow because they
It's
are
true.
overload of people. I
Mhm.
remember a few times we came to a restaurant, and a few tables nearby was complaining like we're waiting for 40
Uh,
minutes for our
mhm.
salad. So, well, we better get going, something like
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's true.
Not a
It's true.
not a good review, I guess.
So again, if I had to specify stuff like this in a situation where I had to leave soon, like, what's the fastest thing you can prepare? You can also ask for it to go. Like, can I get a salad to go, or can I get something to go? And that'll save time. Just because I do have to head out soon, so let's imagine, your food, you order, your food comes, just something to prepare for, because I know just being in other parts of the world doesn't always work out like this. So it's like, if you need to leave or you finish, you can ask like, could I get the bill?
Sure.
The bill or the check.
Can you do this scribbly
You guys
sign?
are
You, I mean, you can like if you see, especially like if your waiter's like far away, like you can just like do that and then kind of give them the idea. Um, so again, like, could I get, and then probably lower pitch, like the bill. Like, can I get the bill or can I get the check? Okay. If you're paying, typically, if you're in North America, you're probably going to be paying by card. That's the most common way to pay. They will take your card. Just if you're in the U.S., they will take your card. In Canada, they may bring the thing for you. But if you're in the U.S., they're gonna give you a little booklet. It's gonna have the bill on
They
it
snatch.
if you want to pay. But they don't snatch it. They
Snatching your card?
they don't snatch your card. No, they give you a booklet. Inside the booklet is going to be, your bill, and then there's going to be a little spot where you put in your card at the top. So you put your card there, then they take it away, and then they run it through their machine, and then they give it back to you with your receipt to sign.
You're talking about the late parking?
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about paying for your food.
For the food itself, it's just strange. It's just taking your card.
They take
did-
in the US. They take your
And
card.
they
Yes.
do the payment, and the bank or whatever, they're not gonna normally have like a verification stuff or a security stuff.
No,
They-
it's just automatically. Yeah.
They do it, and that's what the verification is. Your signature, in theory. So like, basically, so they take the booklet, they walk over to their POS system
Yeah.
where they run your card. It prints out the receipts. They bring it back to your table. You then sign on the receipt. That's the verification, in theory.
Yeah, but with the POS, like you still need to, like, if you pay with your car or with your phone, like you need like fingerprint or whatever, some validation, or it's just gonna take your card and put a, I don't know, maybe $10,000 bill and just.
Okay, then they do
So-
that. Sue the restaurant and get your millions of dollars. Like, it's not,
A matter of trust.
yeah. So I know from a European perspective, it's like, what is happening? But no, that's in the U.S. That's just something to prepare you. That's what's gonna happen. Now, with like phone payments and things like that, some places are changing. So it's like they may bring something to your table to do it, but
Cause yeah, I usually
would-
pay with my phone, or maybe even with my watch if it has.
I would
NFC.
say
But yeah, you need to be there. They can't
Yeah.
just take your phone.
Yeah.
Like,
so. I was saying, if you guys are anyone planning on traveling to the U.S., it's very helpful if you have a credit card or a debit card that can function in the U.S. because that's right now how the majority of payments are. Now, a lot of places also take phone payments, but I would say that's especially like stores, cafes, and things like that. Restaurants in general, a lot of people are still paying by card.
wait,
Just to know.
like you mean like if you're paying like with Google like Wallet, you're still paying by card. You're just using your phone as a
Right, and they'll have like the setup for that. But a lot of times, restaurants, they're not gonna. I've never been to a restaurant where they take your phone to no, like
Yeah,
with restaurants. A lot of times you're paying credit card or debit card.
like in the U.S. you have like a weird like cultural thing like about tips.
So if you go to so this probably be the last thing that I do have to run.
It's a pain. 40%.
So if-
they can
okay.
chase you if you want to leave tips.
How do you know
so if
what percentage? Like how do you know?
So yeah, got you. Just a note from Rick. Rick is mentions, man, okay, speak louder. Wants to hear your
Can I
placement of me.
Can I speak louder? Yeah, I can speak
Um,
louder. My placement's still the same. Super high.
Stop shouting.
Thank you.
That's Yuri. Come on. Okay, yeah. So tips. So if you go to especially true for restaurants and things, although now you're seeing it, a lot of places right now are tip. Don't feel like you have to tip necessarily everywhere. Places where I generally tip at cafes and I tip at food related places in general. But tip if you go to a restaurant, the expectation in general nowadays is about 20%. You can do less. The lowest I would do is 15%. 20% is usually the standard. And the reason they do this is because in the US, restaurant wages, because the workers, are paid by tips, because their minimum wage is at a restaurant, the minimum wage for a server is like $2.30 or something like that, super low. So they make the majority of their income from tips. So if
Yeah,
you don't tip them, your waiter gets paid $2.30 for
Yeah,
that
but
hour.
if they take your card, you don't really have a choice. It's just gonna
No,
automatically?
because you determine how much you tip. That's another reason
Wow.
when you on this.
Yeah.
So
You
what
have
happens
few
is again.
options: 20, 15, 20, and 30. That's it.
That's not true. That's not true at all. You can tip any time, any amount you want. So again, at the restaurant. So you ask for the bill. They give you the booklet. They'll have the amount you owe. You give them your card. They go to the POS system. It prints out the receipts. They bring it back to your table. You need to sign and you need to indicate the tip amount on that receipt.
Okay, so after you sign it,
Then on their end, they can enter the amount. It's like if you tip like $5, they'll add $5 to the thing. If you tip $2, they'll add $2.
yeah, but they brought your car back. So how are
Yes.
they gonna get more money?
I guess just with how the system is, it's designed around like a tipping culture. So the system is designed so that way when you input things, there's time so you can input the tip later.
Like, shouldn't like the tip be included in the, so there wouldn't be any confusion and stuff? In
But the tip
bill?
the tip isn't mandatory.
Well, it kind of is from what I'm hearing in the U.S. So,
But it's a custom, but you can choose not to. I mean, you can tip zero if you want to tip anything. You can tip nothing. I mean, it's kind of like an FU to your waiter, but you can do that. Like if the service is really bad.
depending on the restaurant, I guess. Like if the service is really bad, like
What's up, so
from the service.
You can, it can be a sign that hey, I waited like 30 minutes and the waiter never came. You can do that.
Your
Um,
food is terrible. Yeah. Your food
Yeah.
is terrible. I don't want to tip you.
it's tricky with that. I mean, you can certainly do that, but it's hard because the chef doesn't usually get the tip. The chefs get paid a wage. The waiters don't get a wage. So if the food is bad and you don't tip, you're not really hurting the chef. The chef doesn't really care. You're hurting the waiter. But if you don't want to make that distinction, that's
What?
fine.
Why don't they pay the waiter a wage?
Because the waiters get tips.
But that's extra. You need to have like a fixed wage.
Okay.
And the
so,
tips
so
are
I
extra.
think. Welcome to cultural differences, guys. I don't know what to tell you.
You've got your attitude, Emmanuel. You won't tip no one. Right?
So
In the United States.
so again,
Depends on
that's
the place,
just
but
that's restaurant food culture in the U.S. with tips. The standard rate again is usually about 20%. 20% is also relatively easy to calculate. You just need to do 10% and double it. So it keeps things, if you buy something that's $5, you can just take your 10%, double it, and just add $1. Yeah. Any other kind of questions about just like paying the bill, what to expect from that?
that was just sounds a bit weird, but different cultures.
They got your point, Emmanuel.
Can we like find
You don't want to tip them. I got it.
Mila?
can we find like if someone left their tap open?
Yeah.
I
So
just
that's
abuse
like-
it.
It's like there's like
They write it on a board, right? Blackboard or something.
like people that never close their tab. I mean, I can't speak for all places, but in general, they automatically just close it at the end of the night.
Oh, so you can open a tab at a bar.
That's-
or-
That's usually more bars than
Yeah.
restaurants, but yeah. Rick has a quick question, then I'll have to head out. Could you tell us how to fix placement when we speak aloud and why it happens? It can happen for a variety of reasons. It could be happening because of consonant sounds. It could be happening because we just gradually drift back to our natural placement. For your first language, it can happen because you can have a low placement throughout your sentence, but then you say one sound that your placement tends to go high on. We see that a lot with like L's and R's and N's. And then, it's really hard with placement once it goes high to then bring it back down. That's a difficult transition to do. So, going back to make sure you feel your resonance. We've talked about exercises like, for instance, putting a hand on your stomach and making sure you're feeling your diaphragm. Everything kind of contracting. You can check on your ribs as well too. On the main channel, we have a 7-day placement challenge, which will give you way more exercises than I can tell you right now about how to kind of practice your placement and gauge it. We have a placement workout video also on the main channel. Just if you go to, give me a moment, I can show where those things are in case people are interested in trying to practice their placement more.
Says I'm an outsider with my loud voice. I need to speak super loud or whispering. If I'm whispering, I belong.
If I whisper, I belong. I like that. Give me one sec, just in case you're looking for some placement resources to try to make sure you're in a natural position. And again, it's not like a high placement is always a bad thing. This is the channel. If you go down to the workout, you can see this first workout is all about placement. And then if you go to our playlists, we just want to find 7. Where is it? Here we go. So we just won here, 7-day American English Placement Challenge. Okay, so lots of resources there with regards to placement if you're trying to learn your placement. Okay. All right, guys, I do have to run and head out. But hey, thanks for hanging out with me to celebrate. Hopefully this gives you some reminders about, or just ideas about how to handle yourself next time you're at a restaurant. So some things to expect and things like that. Okay. Cool. So everyone hanging out in the chat, thanks for being here. People who stopped by, just really quick, thanks to Higina was here, Tiago's here, and Rick was here, and Part-Time Ghost. All right, I will see you all later. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys.